Hey world, hey, it's your girl TeNita and welcome to my page, TeNita Speaks. I'm super excited that you have found me, you found this video, and today we're going to be discussing how to tend to your own garden. And I actually want you to fill in the blank for garden. When I say garden, it could be how to tend to your own purpose, how to tend to your own business, personal life, career life, hobbies. By the end of this video, I hope that you will be able to identify the area in your life that you need to tend to. So let's get started. I went outside to let my dogs out. I have two Frenchies, allow them to get some sun. And when I looked over to my garden, I really wasn't happy with the sight that I saw. So I had like some weeds growing, I had some dead plants in the back, and I actually been really busy with work and business. I've been doing some traveling. So when I saw it, it made me pause. So at that time, I made a conscious decision. And the question that I have to ask myself is, how much time am I going to use to tend to my own garden? How am I maintaining my garden? Yes, it actually needed a whole lot of TLC, but since I didn't have that time at that moment, I actually used it a couple of minutes to get in and start pulling up the weeds. So sometimes in those areas of your life when they're overwhelming, it seems like you need a lot of things or a lot of time to get things done. I want to challenge you to think about how many little steps can you make throughout your day, throughout your week, so that you can look around and you're like, wow, I actually am able to complete the task in smaller sections. Next, I want you to think about those dead plants that are in your garden. Like, what are those dead areas in your life where they're taking up space for something else? Don't mourn the dead plants. Sometimes you may just need to remove them and look at it as an opportunity to create new space, new life for another part of your garden, in another area of your life. Guess what? You can feel like you're at a dead-end job, or you don't see the career growth that you want in a specific job, role, industry. Guess what? Use it as an opportunity to leverage and go to another industry, start a new job, possibly start your own business so that you can create new life for yourself. Next, it's time to pull up the roots. Yes, those weeds, you need to get dirty. You need to pull them up from the root. So sometimes you got to get in the garden, you got to get in those uncomfortable places in your life where you're like, this doesn't feel good, this is taking me back to a place that I don't want to go. But with the right tools and resources, it could be therapy, it could be prayer, it could be a coach. You need to dig deep and get to the root issue. So for myself, I was actually in the garden. I got up and I had like some plants in my head that I had to like pick out. My shoes were dirty, but my goal was to get to the root, to yank up the weeds from the root so that they wouldn't grow back. Next, those seasonal plants. I have seasonal plants in the back, and I just noticed that they were really dry and they were leaning over. And so I was like, wait, I wonder, are these seasonal plants or are these plants just dying? So when I did some research, seasonal plants, you want to let them die. Reason being is because they have served their purpose in this season. And guess what? They're going to come back around next year in the due season that their purpose for them to flourish in. But what that caused me to realize is I need to let those plants go. I need to let them go through their transition, and now it allows more room and space for me to tend to the new plants that I need to prepare and tend to get them prepared for the next season, which is the winter season. So what are the areas in your life that you need to let die right now so that you can invest in other areas of your life and prepare for the next season? So it could be an example of, and I always go back to being on the job. Like, You may feel like, okay, I don't have the growth or the advancement in one area, or I don't know my purpose. I don't know what I'm called to do. So you've been going around the same thing year after year. Maybe you need to tap into a community so that you can focus on what is your goal, how to live a more fulfilled life. Do you feel like there's more to life? If those are it, I'm your girl, because I can help you with those. But just wanted to let you know that there are tools and resources out there that will show you how to tend and prepare for the gifts and the calling and the purpose that you have in this season, so that it will catapult you into the next season. So those are some quick tips that I learned just by going in my garden today, making time for myself to tend to my own garden. And I hope and pray that something that I said today, the 3 or 4 tips that I gave, will be able to help you to tend to your own purpose, tend to your own life, tend to your own garden. It doesn't matter what it is for you. If anything that I said resonated, leave me a comment and let me know. And I would love if you would subscribe to my channel, and feel free to share this with a friend. Share this with someone that you want to tend to their own business, and not as like I'm minding my own business, like their own business that they're building, tending to their own garden, tending to the things that make them happy. All right. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you later. Bye.